let's go to Jasper Haman, based there in Rabat, Morocco. Tell us a little bit about what type of reactions are we hearing in Morocco to this historic deal?
Happy Hanukkah from Rabat. Perhaps I'm the first to do that. That's
Thank
great. Well, I think to many Moroccans this has come as a shock, of course, because of the long-standing support for Palestine. But of course, culturally and historically, this is not so surprising. Morocco has been a refuge for the Jewish people during some of the darkest days, including World War II and the Spanish Inquisition. But yeah, at the same time, at Morocco World News, we've long been writing about Morocco's positive Western Sahara diplomacy, promoting peace through development and friendly relations. And this seems like another logical step in that diplomatic effort.
And I mean, it does seem like a good deal for Morocco to be able to get a international power, well, like the United States, to recognize its sovereignty over Western Sahara. Is that enough of a good deal for Morocco to sort of overshadow, potentially sidelining the Palestinian issue, which is still quite important in Morocco?
Well, first of all, I think that the Western Sahara issue was already, the momentum was already in Morocco's favor. More and more countries were recognizing the autonomy plan that Morocco is presenting. More and more, a majority of countries across the world applauded Moroccan restraint in the way that they dealt with the blockade on its border with Mauritania. So I think diplomatically the momentum was already in Morocco's favor. This recognition, of course, is a nice gesture from the U.S. But as the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has said, this does not necessarily change the process, and Morocco does not want that. Morocco believes in the UN-guided process, in the very feasible autonomy plan that it has presented, that is already being supported by a majority of nations at the UN. So I don't think this is necessarily something that Morocco needed, but it is another step on the path to finding a peaceful resolution in the Western Sahara.
And what about the sort of opposition to the deal? Are we hearing loud voices in Morocco opposing this deal because there are still a lot of people there who are against normalization with Israel? How powerful are their voices at the moment?
Well, they are powerful, but before you said this sidelines Morocco's support for the Palestinian issue, but I don't think that is the case. Many in Morocco, including myself, have been very critical of the Israeli government and its actions regarding the Palestine question and Israel's neighbors. But Morocco's support for the two-state solution will continue unabated. I think that is evidenced by the King's call with Mahmoud Abbas straight after this news became public. And I think the UAE, Bahrain and Sudan have already shown that independent diplomacy at the UN, for instance, is still very much possible despite a normalization with Israel. And I think Morocco's friendly relations today, they have helped with the peace process in Libya to a large extent. And hopefully we can provide a similar service in regard of the two-state solution.
All right. Well, we'll see how these ties move forward from here. Thank you very much, Jasper Haman, reporting there from Rabat in Morocco, and Mike Wagenheim, our correspondent in New York. We're going out for a short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon.